Morning, folks. So I'm at the shop here again, and we're gonna go trucking. Today I'm going to Windsor. That's a bit exciting, and I'll tell you why. But you can probably see my windshields, all the bugs on there. I don't like that, so I'm gonna wash the bugs off first. We're gonna start our day with that. Yesterday it was really hot when I parked, so I never washed it yesterday. Alright, I did grab my coffee. And now it is time to go trucking. Whew, it's warm out there. I shut my truck off to walk to A&W. And it's hot in here now. That's okay. That's okay. So today is a bit of an exciting day because I get to go a little further. Most of the pickups I've done in the last few weeks have been an hour and a half from the yard, more or less. A couple of times I went to London and then took a little ways north. I would have never been further away from the yard than an hour and a half to drive, but it would have been a bit longer of a drive because I went straight past the yard pretty much. But today is a little different. I get to go to Windsor. Now I know that's not far for most people, that's not too exciting, but hey, for me that's almost double the time. It's about 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's a run I haven't done before. That is usually the most exciting part. I'm also really thinking about buying a truck GPS, one that connects with your phone, and see how that works, see if I can figure that out. But we'll see if I actually buy it. I've been going to a couple of new places here in the last few weeks, and I really enjoy that. The last place I went to was brand new and it was in Hamilton. That was very new because none of our customers are in Hamilton. Some of them are off the 403 or QEW, a little ways off the service road. This is the first one that went into Hamilton. First time ever. I had never been there with a car even. And that was a bit interesting. So I looked on the maps the way I usually do, and it looked like big roads. Took the major roads in there. But that backfired because that was a maximum of 3 axles. That means straight trucks only. So I had to go back, turn around, and come in a total different way. So with that, I just think I should buy a truck GPS, make that a little easier. This is Walker Road in Windsor. You got another 8 kilometers of this. I just came off the 401, but maybe a kilometer, not far. And then let's just hope we're right. It's a truck road all the way there. I think it is. It should be. I know I can get very, very close. So there might be a little section that will say local deliveries only, and that's fine. And that's fine if it says that. So I've got to wait here for a couple of hours. Apparently they didn't know I was coming. It's probably a miscommunication between the metal contractor here. So I gotta wait here. They're gonna do testing and they have a meeting, and then hopefully around 2 o'clock, it's an hour and a half, it's 12:30 now. Hopefully around 2 o'clock they can load me, so. Yeah. Well, this is London. We did finally get loaded in Windsor. I was there for about half an hour before I got to see anyone there, and then they came, took a sample of the product, and then they told me it'd be at least 2 o'clock until they start loading. And so I just went off duty and relaxed. I actually was right beside the river. So I went and chilled at the river and took some pictures of birds. Maybe I'll show you guys a bit. We did start loading at 2:15, around there, and we were done loading about 3:25, I think. And then I waited for another 45 minutes for paperwork. So yeah, it was a total of 4 hours and 15 minutes, I believe I was there. All that excitement for going to Windsor was kind of a little bit ruined, but in the meantime, it's part of the life. It's part of the life. Bulk hauling is always, you never know what to expect at a new customer. Never know. Never know. But this is the regular 4 o'clock pickup here. The 4 p.m. we do this every day. Not every day it's me, but it's pretty often. And that's where I'm headed off to, but you can see it's a bit after 4. It's 8:30, but it's okay. Their capacity is not full, so it's fine if we're late. I did call them and told them I'm half hour away. And hopefully they get paperwork started and all that stuff. That's the thing, they always gotta do samples for bulk. And then the samples gotta be tested, and then those results need to be on the paperwork. That's why that can be such a big hassle. But such is life. It was a good drive to Windsor, I'll tell you that much. It was a good drive back too. It just was time to keep going because I'm running short on the clock. I won't make it home tonight. But I do want to go as far as I can because we're very busy tomorrow. That does it for me today. I am well over my hours and I'm in London still. Yeah, that was quite an adventure at the last place too. I was there for about 3 hours. Or actually not quite 3, but well over 2. So yeah, now it's bedtime. Very much so.